not having authority on the salaries leads really to the third question that is raised under the authority that the city may have, and that's Public Housing Law, Section 34, that authorizes the mayor of a city or a town board of a town to remove a member of a housing authority for, quote, inefficiency, neglect of duty, or misconduct in office, end quote. The removal proceedings would require that a copy of the charge be given to the member at issue, and that the member have a chance to be represented and heard at a public hearing. If the member is removed, a record of the proceeding must be filed with the New York State Commissioner of Housing and Community Renewal. That becomes more difficult in terms of what does the standard mean. The research and the case law interpreting the phrases of inefficiency, neglect of duty, or misconduct in office clearly indicate that it means more than just neglect or mistakes. It must rise to the level of intentional disregard, intentional wrongdoing, which is a very difficult legal standard on any level, on any kind of charge that may be levied against anybody across the board, whether it's a civil charge or a criminal charge. That's always typically the hardest thing to prove is intentional wrongdoing. But that is a standard that's being interpreted by the courts, and that court was actually the appellate court in the Monaco case. The court that came out of our own third department here is an appellate court that presides over our actual geographic area in the state, and it has more effect upon those practicing and those living in our district because of their jurisdiction over our region, if you will. And that court found that the actions, it's a very interesting case because in that case, the mayor of the city of Lackawanna had removed the housing authority members for failing to submit employee compensation to the city council for several years, and also for allowing counts received to exceed HUD standards. And the members, in that case, they sued the city because the mayor had removed or tried to remove the board members. They were removed. They sued to be reinstated. And the appellate court found that the mayor's decision and action was inappropriate and did not justify removal, and defined the standard as follows: that the acts in question must constitute substantial inefficiency, neglect of duty, or misconduct in office, rather than minor administrative oversights, errors, or failings, and that the record contains no evidence that the authority's technical violations of the public housing law or its failure to meet HUD standards were a result of intentional wrongdoing, malice, or